Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
Okay, which of you would like to respond?
I'd like to talk, and I'll let Tony have his input also.
All right, go ahead.
There is actually no minimum credit score for the FHA program.
Let me ask this gentleman how he knew that. How did you know that, sir?
Well, Squeeze, to be honest with you, you see, if you listen to your program and listen what's going on, the government, because the way how things stay, the government is giving you a help. And when they give you a help, normally they alleviate something. So that's just the case.
Wow. Now, why is it you have so much wealth of information and others don't have that information? Why do you think that is?
Them need to listen to your program more keenly, and them need to listen what people is saying, because it's all over the year.
Right. Now, let me ask you something. Do you believe that if we got on the radio and we said, okay, that said what we just said, and it's not true, okay, do you think we would have problems with the government? Don't you think we would?
You would have more than problems with the government. You'd see a blue paddy wagon parked downstairs and you would be going.
You are absolutely 100% correct. I don't screw around with the government, man. I don't want to mess around with those guys. You are absolutely 100% correct, sir. I'll let Mr. Scott Siskin respond to that.
Well, I think you should give him a pair of reggae tickets.
You pay for one, man.
No, I'm not paying for one. No, yes, I'll be glad to pay for one. More than happy, because this gentleman
did.
When I was principal for a day, not so long ago, in PS 65 in Ozone Park, I read to 4 groups of children books, and one of the things they kept saying, the teachers, be active listeners. Active listeners. Now, you've heard the statistics as to how many times people have to hear something before it sticks. And that's the reason, because people are not active listeners. Active listeners will know that you don't have to have a credit score. Tony, I'll let you elaborate. You don't have to have a credit score to buy a house. You could have no credit score.
Let me just say this, by the way, speaking about listeners. I bought a book this weekend that I'm reading now, all right? It says, listening is an act of love. So with all these individuals out there listening to us, they're giving us mad love. Tony.
Well, definitely. With this program being so liberal it is, the federal government, at one time there was a score mandated on this particular program, but whatever. About 7 years ago, the federal government came out and said that, these people, they have savings in the bank, and also they have good jobs. And the jobs that they have, they make money in the jobs. So you cannot disqualify them because they don't have a credit score or no credit. That means they will be discriminating among those group of people. So they revised all their guidelines and said people no score now, no score, no credit can still get a mortgage because they were capable of paying a mortgage payment.
I want to ask you something, because this is extremely important to me, and I want to ask also the president. I know you're the executive vice president, and I know you're the president. Do you have this in writing that you can show the people that come to you that you're not BSing?
Oh yeah, there's written guidelines.
Oh, yeah. So it does say in writing that a FICO score is not required.
It's not in my.
It's not in your
per se. It is
in the government.
On the government, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
The government said so. Okay, beautiful.
But I did many loans, dozens of loans already in the past, and will do in the future with people with no score.
Right. And the point,
I've done it.
The moral of what it is that we're doing here, Melissa, I know you're up there and you've been thinking about buying that house. The moral of why I am personally doing this is because I've got a lot of friends out there, and I'm very serious about this. The moral of this whole thing is because I've got friends out there who have some credit issues, okay? And I keep telling them, listen, dude, ma'am, ladies, brothers, sisters, we have programs at First Republic Mortgage Bankers, just like this man on the line just said, that is not credit score driven. And I want you all to understand this. So with that said, here's what I'm going to do before I ask these gentlemen to elaborate on a few other things. Sir, on the phone lines, hold the line, all right, sir?
Sir.
Thanks for listening, man, all right?
Enjoy the tickets.
Yes,
Tickets, plural.
I'm quite sure he will. I'm quite sure he will. I bet you any money the vintage show is one of your favorite things, right?
Yes, you're right about that.
All right, hold on, man. What I want to say to the folks out there right now, the ones who believe that all loan programs are FICO score driven, I'm challenging you right now. All right? The number to call right now to speak with Tony, Shafiq, Scott Siskin, Neil, quite a few other individuals here at the studios now that you understand that, and we've made it very clear, okay, by being creative and giving away some tickets for you to give some answers. The number to call is 718-325-5555. Call now and speak with a loan officer. You can still get that 5.5%. Rumor has it that it's going to go up. So give a ring right now, 718-325-5555. Speak with a loan officer and find out what it is that you can get to buy a house and to refinance a house. And it's not just FHA programs that's available. Yes, go ahead, Scott and Tony.
Well, we just want to give you the accurate APR and
so forth, 5.5%. This is locked in at application. There's no joke here. We guarantee this rate at application, and the APR is 5.96, and the cost per thousand borrowed is only $5.68 for every $1,000 that you borrow. Now, the 5% is at 5.96, and the cost per thousand borrowed is $7.91 per thousand borrowed. The 15-year is very powerful, very powerful. But one of the things I want to tell folks is, the government-backed program actually, if you go back in time, and I'm not talking about in a time capsule, when I first came into the business and Tony was in the business, there was no such thing as a credit score. It's only in the last, 7 years that credit scores have been really prevalent. And
in the mortgage?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And in the last 7 years.
So
prevalent.
Certain factors that cause people to have a low credit score, like me and Tony were talking about off the air. For example, if someone's credit card debt is all the way up to the hilt, and they have a lot of inquiries. Maybe they've been looking for credit. Maybe they've been shopping for a car. They've been talking about different people about getting mortgages. Everybody runs their credit report. It looks as if this person is about to go down the tubes from the credit model. However, when I was first doing mortgages, it didn't matter if you were using 100%, 50%. We just looked at the minimum payment and the ratios to qualify. That's the way I was brought into this business. Credit scores only came about as time went on. But we used to do Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loans. The underwriter was right there, and we were able to sit down with her, tell her the story, this is what happened, and be able to do what we still can do on the FHA program, but it's unique. There are no other programs out there in the industry that are not FICO score driven or can give somebody with no FICO score the ability to purchase a home. So it's very important for people to take heed, give us a call. You got the mortgage doctor in the house right now. He's at 718-325-5555. You can speak to him directly. Talk to him about what he can do to help you. And Tony, you remember the days when we were doing mortgages, and I would sit down in your office with people, take about an hour and a half to take an application because I did everything, and we were able to do a lot of things that we are restricted from on the Fannie Mae side. Everybody was mentioning 620. That's the Fannie Mae minimum.
Absolutely.
So they're hearing people like mortgage brokers who cannot do FHA talking about credit scores. You won't hear us mentioning a credit score because there is none involved, as that gentleman who was an active listener would tell you.
Right, and you would like to find out more about the parameters and the guidelines of FHA government-backed loan. It's always there at First Republic Mortgage Bank on the website, and in addition to that, the free home buying seminars in the New York metropolitan area, where we as presenters give you in-depth knowledge about the various loan programs available at First Republic Mortgage Bank, and you will be schooled, you'll be learned, you'll be educated about the different loan programs available. So make sure you attend one of our free home buying seminars in the New York metropolitan area at your next meeting.
Well, Tony, you got to leave the studio because the lines are blazing.
The lines are blazing, man.
And I want you to talk to people about what the lowest, next your seminar that you're giving, because Tony the Mortgage Doctor gives many seminars, and he'd be more than happy to come to.
Well, you were supposed to keep that one on, but you were supposed to keep on your lavalier mic there, man.
Okay.
I noticed Rajan just rolled up in the building also. Big guns are here today, man.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize how powerful we can be as far as educational. And any church group or any type of group that would like us, Lions Group, anything like that, would like us to come in and give an educational seminar about purchasing and refinancing, we're glad to do it at no cost.